So there's been this interesting conspiracy theory running around, and honestly, rather than explain it, I think it's better that I just show you where it came from. So first, we have this rant, I guess probably would be best to explain it as. We're not gonna worry about the rest of the stuff that's in it, we're only gonna worry about the Twix.
Many acres in America, we don't have to stay in the inner city. We don't have to stay on top of each other. They made the Twix double the size, trying to make us fat. They doing this inclusive.
They're doubling the size of the Twix, they're trying to make us fat. Now obviously, I mean, this is just like a silly thing. I mean, it's not that serious. I mean, he only said it once, right?
More, they made diamonds our girl's best friend. You see what I'm saying? They make the Twix bigger. They trying to make us fat. You know what I mean?
They're making the Twix bigger, and they're trying to make us fat. So he said this twice now. First to like a big old party of people that he was just making his album with, I guess. So, you know, that's an appropriate time to talk about the Twix inflation. And the second time, he was just talking to paparazzi, I guess, about Apple Music apparently removing his album. And I don't know, maybe he just felt it was appropriate to talk about, you know, the Twix inflation. So hey, I thought, you know, is there any merit to what he's saying? Is the Twix getting bigger, and is it trying to make us fat? So of course I did my due diligence of, you know, doing research on Know Your Meme and Complex, and I figured out a few things in the meantime. I honestly thought this was kind of a silly argument to make anyways, because I mean, all I've been hearing for the last like 2 years is the word shrinkflation. Everything is just getting smaller. Why would they be making it bigger? That's just gonna cost them more money. But let's hear him out, right? Okay, so I found a Twix bar wrapper from 1982 that says now even bigger. So maybe, you know, maybe he does have some substance to his argument. All right, but let's actually be real here. I looked up Twix getting smaller, and there is a lot of like results of people just like talking about, you know, the fact, oh, well, there he is, but about the fact that, you know, Twix are getting smaller. I looked up Twix getting bigger, and genuinely the only thing that I found was Kanye saying this. I can't find any evidence, anything at all. Oh, I guess this guy made the biggest Twix in the world and it gave him diabetes? But yeah, I couldn't find any evidence of the Twix getting bigger to make us fat. I have no idea where this is coming from. I just want to figure out where he's getting this information. Like, you could just look up Twix getting smaller. And like, this is, I'm pretty sure the first link? Yeah, this is the first link. Twix has officially cut the size of its chocolate bars. If your Twix feels smaller than usual, you're not imagining it. Apparently in July 2022, they decided to go down from 23 to 20 grams, which is down 15%. He said they were doubling the Twix to make us fat. Apparently, they're reducing it by 15%. An individual Twix is the size of a Post-it note. Have we not suffered enough? First, they're doubling the Twix to try and make us fat. Now it's only the size of a Post-it note. What am I supposed to believe? So, I found this pretty interesting TikTok that kind of explains it pretty well.
Did the Twix bar actually double in size? We're gonna take a look at it and see. So this is the earliest picture of a bar I could find.
1981. What was the one that I found? Was it 1982? Yes, it was 1982. Now even bigger. But this one's from 1981. It looks pretty similar.
It was taken in 1981. We can see in the very right corner, it is 49
grams.
Digging more into the archives.
1991, 58 grams. Okay, so let me write this down. Okay. Bro, Katniss. I'm just trying to find out if they're making the Twix bigger to make us fat. All right, 1981 was 49 grams. 1981 was 58 grams. So in just 10 years, they almost grew by almost 10 grams. So at that point in history, you could be saying that they are making the Twix bigger to make us fat. But let's just keep going.
Found a Twix bar wrapper in the back of a book in a library. It says it's from 1991.
Back in the book of a library? What is it doing in there? Did nobody find it for that long? What?
8 grams. Then in the current day Twix, we can see that this one is 50.7.
Current day, it is 50.7. So 2024, it is 50.7. Well, that one says 42 grams. So I'm assuming that was before the first one. So at some point it was 42 grams. So I guess originally it was 42 grams. Then in 1981 it was 49 grams. 1991 it was 58 grams. And now it's 50.7 grams. So, I mean, I guess you could say at most point in Twix's history, they were making it bigger, and perhaps they were making us fat. Theoretically. But in the past couple years, within the time span that he is saying that they are making the Twix bigger to make us fat, they are indeed making the Twix smaller to cut costs, which theoretically would be making us skinnier because we're not eating as much bad stuff. But maybe they're putting in more bad stuff to make it cheaper. But in reality, Twix has announced that they have made their chocolate bars smaller amid the cost of living crisis. Who is Twix owned by? Mars Incorporated. Mars Incorporated made $45 billion in 2022, the year that they announced that they were going to do this. I don't think that this was necessary. The Mars family, the people who own Mars Inc., I guess, apparently it's a private company owned by a family or something, are worth $94 billion. Twix announced this new smaller chocolate bars with just one finger amid cost of living crisis. You are making it no better for anybody in this world. So even though they're not making it bigger to make us fat, they're not getting off the hook for this one. Mars Incorporated, you have found yourself a new enemy. Beware for the future. But anyways, what do you think of... I don't know, do you guys like Twix? I honestly like Twix. They're not my favorite chocolate bar, but they're pretty good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think they're making them bigger to make us fat? I don't know, man. Hit that like button and that subscribe button if you want to see me take over Mars Incorporated.